This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
What's the problem?
It's all the good stories happen off the air, and it's like
you can't tell them.
I mean, we could, but like at the same time, like the reaction is not the same. But
First off, we should never tell somebody else's story if they're on the on the air with us.
I agree. That's why I was saying we should have made him do it.
Right.
No, but I'm like, my brain is sitting here saying like this. That's such a fantastic story. Like, because you don't have to name names, you don't have to say locations. You could just say, "Hey, so I am aware of
this happening. A friend told me that.
A friend of a friend."
It's not actually that fantastic a story.
No, it is.
But
Well,
it's
it
just
is when you think of the irony.
Just the one line.
Yes.
Selling drugs in yeshiva.
Yes, and that's all you need.
That's all
Selling
you
drugs
need.
in rabbinic school.
That's all you need.
That's all
Honestly.
you need. After that, it's like
Then everybody wants the context, and now you can give it if you wanna, but at the same point in time, it's that by itself is hilarious. And then when you find out that it's just nothing really, it's
like it's funny to me. Like that's the greatest thing. Like that's the kind of stuff that you put into like a book. Like, crazy situations that I as a Jew have gotten myself into or been part of.
or know about.
By Rabbi Yankin. That's what it needs to be. Because then you could throw that kind
you
of
actually, okay, you've reminded me of another one. I mean, first of all,
Still
just
told
for the
you?
listeners' benefit, the story is that melatonin cannot be acquired without prescription in Israel, whereas for for example,
For reference.
stuff like codeine can
Right.
over the counter. You
Right.
can get codeine over the counter. I was in Israel, and I did take Tylenol with codeine at one point.
Uh-huh.
I remember this because 30 years ago it was also available without prescription.
Right.
Then you came back here and went crap.
But I looked. It's even true today.
Yeah.
But anyway, melatonin is not. And my son is aware of somebody in his yeshiva who gave somebody else some melatonin. And so we're making jokes about dealing drugs.
Yep.
In rabbinic school. And that's
For
amazing.
allowing another kid to have some melatonin. It sounds a lot funnier than
So here's my
you tell
question,
it.
though.
What it really is
The
so
truth is a
innocuous.
lot more mundane, but it's just
Right.
It's
But
funny.
it has a great ring to it.
It does.
Selling drugs, rabbinic school.
It
That's
does.
like wow.
That could be a hit band.
It does sound like a garage band, dude.
Well,
here's
here's wonder
my-
at least.
Here's my question, though.
But I was part of an act of vandalism when I was a yeshiva student.
See, I told you he's got stories.
I know he's got
He
stories.
could put this into a book. This could be like a
No, we were like,
New York bestseller.
okay, you want this one? This
Yes.
is,
Yes.
because there was when I went to a particular school, which actually is no longer in existence, so I could probably talk about it by name. But anyway, at that time they were in the process, like they had taken over some bungalows and then they were tearing down the bungalows gradually and replacing with a really decent building. They had to
Right.
raise the money to get it decent.
Yeah, right.
So
Yeah. Happens.
anyway, one of the bungalows, power had been turned off. They're about to tear it down. And everybody knew demolition, whatever. So Saturday night, one smart colleague of mine says, hey, let's go have some fun and help them take down the building.
No, this is not good.
Only the rabbi could have a story where he goes and tears up a room,
Or a building.
a building, and
Technically, it's for charity.
but I was gonna say, but like it,
Exactly.
but it's totally sober. Like usually you hear that stuff is like, Guns N' Roses were in town and they tore up an entire 5th floor of a hotel. Like they,
Hi, 7 different ways.
Right. It's drugs and alcohol involved. And this is the first time you hear that same story, and they were both sober as the day is long.
What do you say? It wasn't two guys. It was like 5 of us.
Even
Five.
better. I'm
the
seeing
best.
it's a band.
Like, it's like I found a sledgehammer and he's sticking it through a wall and just kind of. And I still remember because I had just bashed a window. Seriously, I put a chair through a window or something.
See, okay, that's
And my
amazing.
friend, by the way, is from Australia, so he comes, says, "What are you doing? The cops are here."
See, this
Sir,
is fantastic.
we're part of the organization. We're here. We're just doing some
Somebody had called up.
after hours work.
This is.
We're all trying to get a raise.
Are you kidding? I took off and went and hid. But my Australian friend walks right over to the cop car and says, "Hello, officer. What's the problem?" Problem.
I don't understand why you're calling me out, sir.
They actually got a vandal. Somebody, like one of the neighbors, had called up because they hear
Banging,
breaking
crashing.
glass, and
Vandalism.
bad
The acts of
stuff.
vandalism,
And,
yeah.
like somebody's actually like doing damage or something.
Right.
And he said, "Oh no, no, no!" And the cop. Now this is where it gets interesting because the cop told the guy, "Oh, really? Okay, so the building was coming down anyway, and you guys were just kind of like helping it along."
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. Okay, don't do this. It's a bad idea, but nobody's in trouble. Have a nice evening.
See, as long as you explain it in such a way, it's really not that bad. Oh, good. So this
That
this
was
is,
great until Monday morning
Oh no.
when the cop calls up the dean.
to make
Oh,
sure if the buildings were
No, to turn them in. To tell them we had a problem. We had a vandalism complaint at the property.
Oh yeah.
What a douche. I'd have found where that cop lived and pooped in his driveway.
I mean,
I'm not kidding. It's like, you know what? You don't
my
tell me
Australian
everything's
friend
fine.
was a little upset. That happens to me.
A little?
I don't know. I literally, I was legit down with the flu. I wasn't making this up. I was actually sick in bed, but he called the other 4 guys into the office and said, "We've never had anything like this. We had a problem." And my friend is explaining it, but we really didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, there's
It was really like we all knew the building's coming down, or we wouldn't have done that. I mean, come on.
It's like, did we actually do?
We were
We
helping
helped.
with the demolition.
right.
We helped.
Yeah, but somebody could have gotten hurt. Yeah, but we weren't thinking of that.
Yeah, well, that, and I think there might have been a small part the dean might have been thinking that this might be like a gateway drug. Like, yes, you knew the place was coming down, but you did it anyway. But then now you might get a
No.
taste for wreckage and go tear up someone else's
I have never
home.
heard of somebody who started by vandalizing buildings who needed to come down and then just decided, "Oh, I like this so much, I'm going to do it to Walmart."
Yeah,
I don't
normally
think that's how it works.
normally what they do is when they have that revelation, they're like, I should start a business.
Or sell melatonin in a school.
See, okay, so here's the funny thing, right? Okay, so he's selling melatonin. I sold candy in high school.
What kind of candy? The little nose candy?
No, Runts actually.
Did you graduate to laced brownies? That's
No. See, no. So
He made
And
them
this is-
himself.
no,
No,
no.
he told them they were all laced.
The
They
funny
weren't
thing-
laced with anything.
it became an act that I couldn't do anymore. It became an illegal act in the school.
Oh, how did they make it illegal to sell candy?
So I sold Runts. You remember Runts?
Remember, they still make them.
Not really.
Okay,
but go
so
on.
they're fruit shaped pieces of candy.
No, stop. They were not fruit shaped.
Yeah, they
that
are.
wasn't Runts. Runts were those.
They are.
Oh, I'm thinking nerds.
You're
I'm
thinking
sorry.
nerds.
My
Yeah.
bad. My
Yeah.
bad. You're right. I'm
Runts-
sorry.
So
I was
they're
thinking
fruit
nerds.
shaped. So you have like the banana and you got the strawberry and cherry.
They were really popular in like the 25-cent machines outside
Love-
of like a store
yeah,
or whatever. You
exactly.
drop the coin in and
Well, there was
get a handful.
There was a time where my mom was addicted to banana. Only banana.
Ugh, that's like the worst one.
I know, it's the worst flavor out there.
Hold on, though. That tracks with your mom. Though. I know. I'm just saying that answers a lot of questions.
Not even asking about this one.
No, that's a long story. We don't have time to get into.
Don't even worry about that one.
Just know it tracks.
It tracks
works.
and it's fine.
And it's funny.
So banana Runts. She only ate the banana Runts. She literally poured out the thing, sorted out the banana, and then she would take and she would buy like a 5 gallons of these things, and she'd pour it
And
into
you were delighted because she's taking the worst flavor and everything else. is there.
she took the worst flavor,
Right.
and these were about the size of let's see, like the circular ones were about half the size of a regular marble.
Oh, so is this a choking hazard? Is that why it's illegal?
No, it wasn't a choking hazard. So I started selling them in quart bags.
Because you had so much excess.
Because I had gallons.
This really does have the right ring to it.
I know, right? See, there was
a quart bag.
I had gallons sitting on top of my fridge. Gallon bags, and I would sort them into quarts.
It's
and
not a bad idea, but
it's
go
really
on.
not, I would sell them for like $3 to $5, depending upon how full it was. And hold on,
I got you. No, I was just saying.
Okay,
I had
so-
an idea.
Any kid who's willing to sell away candy,
I just
you
wanted
would go and play.
I just wanted money at the time. Yeah, I was like,
Right.
Really
That's what I thought too.
I just needed cash. Anyway, so $3 to $5, depending upon the size of the bag, because I would vary,
you know.
because it was
you were
and I got it for free, so whatever.
sold by weight, not by volume.
Right.
Go on.
Any
And-
good drug dealer knows you sell by weight, not by
That's right.
volume.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you gotta add a little fluff.
So
in
that's
there.
your son.
Anyway.
Sugar high.
And his friend. And so I sold in a month and a half. I sold candy, and I was like, I'd just be passing them
Making
out.
money hand over
fist, making money with this candy. And I sold it to one kid, and I know this guy. He's actually he was a year older than me at the time. And
He still is.
he still is.
He still is,
Well, I
thank
don't know
God.
if he's alive. Anyway, I haven't kept in touch.
Yeah, well, I don't think that just stops. But anyway, go ahead.
Well,
No, go
when
ahead.
you stop, it stops. Anyway, so he wouldn't eat it though.
Wait a minute, he bought it but wouldn't eat it?
Yeah, he bought it specifically so he could peg people in the head with it.
Oh, that's
I didn't know that at the time. Okay,
Of course you didn't know that at the time.
I didn't know it
Go
at the
on.
time.
I would not have sold you this stuff if I knew what you were going to do with it.
just wasting
Eventually,
it.
I get called to the office because they're like, "Who the hell is selling you candy?" And I get reprimanded by the principal, like, "You can't do this anymore.
What do you
I know that you weren't doing technically you're not doing anything wrong, but people are using your nope. You
They're
can't do
using
it.
your product
They're using your product
inappropriately?
appropriately. You can't.
Projectile.
So nope, it's done. You have to stop. I was like, so a month and a half, I was good, and then it's
One
gone.
kid ruined it for everyone.
One kid ruined it for all the kids that wanted to have candy in school.
You know what you should have done though?
Our vandalism spree was a lot shorter than a month.
Yeah. Well, he got his taste, and then that one scare with the police just changed everything. Scared straight, one might say. No.
It's a good show.
No, I had already decided to go to rabbinic school, so there I was.
Oh, there you were. Well, no. What you
But it was.
should have done with the leftovers, since you couldn't sell in school no more, is you should have gotten a hold, and you could have found them virtually anywhere. Is you should have gotten your own machine
I know.
and
I know.
fill that sucker
I
up,
thought about it. So
and you could have still. I mean, you may not have made as much money,
just
but
filled it up and
He
set it
should have
somewhere.
just put them on eBay, runs without the banana.
Runts, no banana. Just
Right?
no,
people
I was.
bought it.
Well, the reason why I was saying if you got the machine, see if anybody could figure out there's no banana in there.
no. If
I feel like it's missing something, but I can't tell.
if they did, they would realize it, and then it would have sold out.
Yeah.
Speaking of accents, by the way, my wife recalls a very proper British teacher in her school, and she's handing out calculators to all the kids
Right.
at the beginning of the semester, high school kids. But one of them was known as a little bit of a wheeler or dealer, and it's like, I don't know, Alex. I'm afraid I might find it on eBay.
At the time, yes.
Oh, eBay.
She was so straight and so whatever that this
Posh.
became the line of the school
Posh, deadpan sarcasm.
because she just
You might find it on eBay. Mm-hmm. Good gracious, Jimothy.
Weird Al Yankovic.
I feel. Speaking of, and I know this is we'll eventually get to something real. Later,
I don't think so.
promise.
Not
Pretty
today.
fly for a rabbi, but go on.
Right. So,
Thank God.
Have
I know-
you?
I'm so glad you know it.
Do you know of the movie that has come out?
I
him?
heard about this.
It's
Daniel
on Roku.
Radcliffe
Yes.
playing-
On the one hand, I really want to see this.
I almost can't get past it though.
On the
I know
other
that
hand-
he was involved in everything. By the way.
Oh no! So I know it's going to be on point, but I'm talking about. I know Daniel Radcliffe. I've seen a couple of snippets of the trailer.
Yeah.
I'm thinking they could have found a better guy.
I think they did it on purpose.
Maybe this whole thing is just a farce, and I don't know.
Oh, come on. The whole movie, of course, the whole thing is a farce.
I mean, why would a movie of Weird Al a farce? I know.
Of the trailer.
Right.
And you know that this, like
it's a joke.
There's not a single piece of this quote unquote biopic that's real.
It's the
whole
best
thing
biopic.
is
Hold on,
a
though.
biopic.
Just for a moment.
So of course they get the most inappropriately chosen actor possible
To play him.
But
yes.
just for a moment, though.
But he does have the hair. He did do the hair.
Yeah, he did the hair. He wears
No,
the clothes.
He did not grow. I'm sure he's wearing a
No,
wig.
he's wearing
He's wearing a wig.
Of course he is.
He doesn't have hair to tease like that. No, how weird would it be, though?
No, I mean, but if he grew his hair as long as possible, it would still be straight.
That's
Yes.
Yeah, I know, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
They
I mean,
perm
like,
the
that's-
snot
that
out of
is-
it.
He's got the hair because somebody gave him a hair.
I was gonna say,
No, they put a wig on.
The Earth hasn't made enough perm to be able to fix that hair. No, but I was gonna say, but how? Like, and I'm with you. I think the whole thing is just a giant. It's fake.
It's all just a good
It's the
farce.
whole thing
Yeah.
is a parody.
Yeah.
However, how weird would it be to find out that it actually was true and everyone who knows him like that thinks that, oh, it's a parody, and goes into the movie going, oh, that's not real. That's not real. And the entire time, that's exactly how it went. I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know anything about it. I just know it's supposed to be like his life story. But I could see that, though. This is very much a Andy Kaufman kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Where he's like
People can disbelieve all kinds of things that are true,
the
But-
flat Earth and creation and all that.
but
But
this is definitely fake.
this is Rob was like, I'll step my reputation on it. It's
That's
see,
fake.
and that's why I don't know if I could watch it, because like I would be interested to know like true story of
Right.
him.
the truth, right? Yeah,
I would be
there
very
is
interested in that. If this truly is,
That's
and that's
why-
why I won't watch it. I'm paranoid
That's why
about
you
watching
just
it.
go back into the 1990s and watch VH1 Behind the Music.
Yeah, well, I think he got.
Do you actually have a serious topic for today, or did I?
I think it's
No.
too late.
For me to choose one.
Rabbi.
Come on.
Joe Biden is
How long
running for
have you-
re-election.
how
Do
long
we
have you
need
noticed?
a serious topic?
Right. How long have you known us? Like, seriously. Come on.
I know. I'm usually the one who brings in the serious.
Yeah,
topic, but
because-
we have to talk about something.
I mean, honestly, though.
Do we have to, though?
No. To be completely straight with you, I am still blown away that they happened to sign the paperwork for Joe Biden to run again.
I don't
They
know how.
did sign, or
It is signed.
Yeah, it's done.
It has been announced.
He is running again.
He is running again for re-election.
oh, it's up.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Earlier, actually,
Game
yesterday.
on.
Yesterday evening.
Watch him get.
Oh,
watch
I
him
think
win
I
this one
missed
too.
I really did.
Yeah. Well, so we would have talked about it yesterday, but we got rained out.
Which makes it sound like we do the show outside.
I know, right? But still, same thing. But no, okay. Joe Biden, literally the oldest president alive ever,
And arguably the most
And
senile.
not mentally with it.
and
That's-
not
yep,
mentally
that's what I
stable
mean.
at all, is running for president.
Well, one of the candidates for senator from Pennsylvania had a stroke, and he's still on the ballot.
Yeah, I heard about that.
He had
I'm
a
not sure that's a
stroke?
great idea.
Yeah, he had a stroke.
Holy cow.
Yeah, he's the guy that's going against Dr. Oz.
Oh man.
So the guy that's going against Dr. Oz had a stroke. Coincidence?
Where's Hillary
Well,
Clinton in all this?
The Oz campaign put out some sort of thing, sort of making fun of the guy's intelligence
Yeah.
and saying, we'll even allow you an earpiece so your team can tell you what to say. in
Wow,
response
that's-
to each question.
Wow.
That's not cool. That's not cool.
And if that was, and of course, the, is it Fetterman campaign playing it as this is in response
so,
to him
yeah.
having a stroke? Is this making fun? This is Dr. Oz, a medical doctor, making fun of a guy's stroke.
Yeah, if that's the
That
actual
would
case.
be very, very, like the optics there are terrible. But I'm just wondering if was the campaign really that stupid, or
Did they respond to it
not
beforehand?
realize the guy had a stroke? Like, I don't even know where that comes from.
Well, hold on. Is Dr. Oz really a doctor?
Yeah.
to say that Biden needs somebody reading into his earpiece. Oh yeah, he made his career as an actual medical doctor.
He was a medical
giving
doctor, and then he
advice.
became.
I thought I was gonna say I didn't know. I thought it because anybody that has any connection and any touch, anybody that Roper touches suddenly turns into like six. It's like leveling up in D&D. They suddenly go from here to here out of nowhere. Like Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil was not a doctor when they met.
I don't know what Dr. Phil was.
He was not a doctor. Guarantee that. He was not a doctor.
He has a doctorate in something.
He has a doctorate now because it was
He has a doctorate. It's honorable.
posthumously given or whatever that
Yeah.
phrase, whatever that word is. But I was never sure if he actually
well,
doctored.
it's going to be very interesting to see because Trump. They've made a situation where unless they can declare it illegal, Trump's going to be on the ballot too. They keep persecuting. Like there are definitely better Republicans without the baggage that more independents would vote for.
Yes.
Well, I think
In a way, the left is trying to get Trump on the ballot because everybody realizes he was treated so unfairly.
So
But that's going to create a situation where people are going to actually vote for Biden again.
I don't think he's going to run.
You don't think Trump's going to run?
no, I don't.
I don't think he is.
He's certainly making all the right noises like he is.
Yeah, but he also did that 10 years prior to actually running last time.
He
so,
did that for 20 years.
Yeah. I don't.
Yeah, but then he eventually did.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but he's all about the troll. Remember all the Twitters and stuff. Like he's about the trolling and just to get their antsies and everything else. I don't.
And just for like agreeance sake,
Yeah.
my wife just texted me. She said Dr. Oz was an actual doctor, FYI.
Okay, no. I mean,
She's right.
Yeah,
He is.
yeah,
He was.
I didn't know.
Yeah, he was.
He still is. Again,
he was a
doesn't
surgeon.
lose his.
like a heart surgeon, if I remember right. Was he neuro?
Gastral.
No, but he was a surgeon.
Whatever he was.
Anyway, he was an actual doctor.
He's a podiatrist.
I hope you're right about Trump trolling because then the Republicans will walk away with it.
Well, the problem with
Oh, you're talking
I
about.
mean, I
Phil.
cannot
That's
see
different.
Biden defeating a DeSantis or Ted Cruz or
Ted's not
who
gonna
else is
run.
gonna run. Nikki
I'd-
Haley is going to run.
I'd vote
even
for
Mike
her.
Pence. Well, not even. Actually, Mike Pence has been given a real shot
out of those.
if he can win in the primary, which he probably can't
Out of those,
because Trump went after him too hard.
I'll go Nikki Haley.
Yeah, I'd go Nikki Haley.
200, Alex.
Right. Here's my problem with this though is that so I'm listening to
I would really like that actually.
that
Yeah.
would be nice.
She was amazing in the
She was a
UN.
firecracker.
Like
dude.
whenever she was talking, like standing up for America or anything like that, if she was standing up for policy, she was amazing.
America, policy, and Israel.
Right.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I think because there was nothing that she detested more than the way the UN would ignore real human rights abuses all over the world, the real stuff,
Yep.
like what's going on college campus.
Right.
I go on a tear about this all the time because you go back even 10 years and Nancy Pelosi is crediting action on campus, college students for motivating Congress when they finally did something. I think it was about Darfur.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
And today on campus, you hear protests about nothing but Israel.
yeah.
Israel. Meanwhile, Israel's the only country where Arabs in that region of the world get to vote.
Yeah. At all.
Right.
Well, but this is also the same people though who will also turn around and say we don't need the Constitution living in America.
Or as Bonhoeffer said.
Right. Yeah. Let's get rid of the Constitution. Let's get rid of, the point is, how do we distract attention from real human rights abuses?
Yeah.
And the answer is Israel. And
Yeah.
Haley had no patience for that.
Well,
That's what makes.
No, I agree with you.
She was amazing.
She was amazing, and I think she would do great. I think the problem, though, is it's still the people. The people are not ready for it because they're suffering. They have the issue. There's this issue with the whole
Spit it
leadership.
out, buddy.
It's hard because there's a whole long thing about it. But they're expecting whoever to come in to fix all these problems, and they don't have to do anything.
Yep.
And they're not even doing the one job they have, which is vote.
Our 30 minutes is up. I'm sorry.
Well,
We
It
had
was
a blast.
fun, Rabbi.
We had a blast, Rabbi.
it was good.
Rabbi Yaakov Menken.
It's a relaxing end to the day.
There you go. Thank you so much, sir. See you guys.
See you in 2 weeks.
Yep.
This is Defenders Live.
Adam W. Johnson over there on the Twitters. I've been saying that Nikki Haley should be running for 2024 for the last 5 years. Well on you, sir. She is good.
Yeah.
She is very good. She's a good choice out of all the politicians that we have. She left the political sphere to make sure she wasn't part of the grime and the nasty.
Yeah, which the only problem I have with that though is since you would arguably be such a really good pick.
Right.
What if she doesn't?
Then we're screwed. Because there's really nobody else, really.
Because that's the thing is like, listen, I mean, but like, what if she gets in? I don't think America itself is ready for that.
What, her?
Right.
Why?
I don't.
Why?
Because we're not done tearing ourselves apart.
No. Let's have the first female Republican
They won't allow that.
president.
They will never allow that.
Why?
Because they won't.
Because she's white?
Well, it's because
From the South?
it's because the left didn't do it first.
Oh.
That's why.
They didn't have a black congressman first either.
Yeah, well, they're not going to let it happen. They got
Time.
no, they
Not going to let it happen again.
no, they got the first black
We need
president.
to be the first ones.
They're going to keep doing all the firsts.
All the firsts in the socials.
Right.
Got it.
'Cause it's
All the social justice firsts.
Right, because it's important. Because if they hit them all, then they can look back and go, look at our track record. Look what we've done. That's it. That's why they don't care about who it is they get into place as long as they fit that social criteria.
Right. So, the rabbi, before he got off, he was talking about Nancy Pelosi, talking bad about the Jews and stuff during college time.
Right.
Right? Well, she just made headlines again. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi asserted last week
Okay.
that restricting abortions is sinful. Another clear indication that she's broken her teachings from the Catholic Church.
No, it's not even broken your teachings from the Catholic Church.
Sinful, yeah.
You've never cracked a Bible, apparently. Like you have no, ma'am. You You wouldn't know what a sin was if it slapped you in broad daylight in front of millions of people. Like, you don't. I mean, you can't say that to restrict the murder of an unborn is sinful. The restriction is sinful. You can't do that. Because well, whatever. What are you doing?
I'm replying to somebody real quick. I'm sorry. I got asked a question.
Oh, is that Arjo?
No, that's Jay.
Oh, Jay. Never mind. I can't see that little thing from over here. Anyway.
Yeah.
You want to? We'll talk later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anywho.
Yay. This break is brought to you by Duracell. No, I'm kidding. When you have nothing else to say, fill the space with
Duracell.
A commercial by Duracell.
Right. Nancy Pelosi said this. She said the fact that this is such an assault on women of color and women, lower income families, is just sinful. It's sinful.
That whole statement is loaded with like fallacy and crap. Okay,
Duh.
Because you go back to the whole. It's go back. I gotta be able to read it. The fact that it's such an assault on women of color, women
and just women in general.
Yeah, but she starts off with women of color, so she's obviously. Let's continue to play the race card. Here's the thing. There are more abortions done in the inner cities, and in the black community than any other demographic. By far. What is it? Was it 5? Hold on. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. I'm not going to do that because I'm going to get it wrong. There's a huge, point is there, out of every one that's actually born and makes it alive, there's a whole lot more that don't.
Oh, you're talking about the statistic of birth to abortion?
Yeah, for demographic and stuff. The black community alone, specifically, is targeted the hardest. That's why most Planned Parenthoods are in inner cities. That's why most of them are in, around the projects and all of this other stuff. Margaret Sanger, the founder of Planned Parenthood, was very much a racist, horrible human being who was all about taking out and killing and destroying and getting rid of the undesirables and the black community.
Right.
So for this crusty old white woman to turn around and go, it's such an assault on the women of color. Assault.
Mm-hmm.
Again, you also realize too, we always throw that out there, by the way, that it's, 50% of those abortions, by the way, are women or would have grown to be women.
At minimum.
If they weren't slaughtered.
It's a minimum number. Minimum 50%.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So demographics of abortion by 2014 survey.
2014.
There's a 2014 survey that they utilized here.
Okay.
I don't know why they haven't gotten newer, but whatever. At this point, I just pulled this one
because they don't want the numbers.
I randomly pulled this one up. Okay.
Okay. And who is this by? Just so we can have full clarity.
Website Giving Compass.
Giving Compass.
Yeah, Giving Compass. It's just
never heard of it.
It's just an article specifically about what's going on. The information was provided by the Conservation CCBYND, Guttermacher Institute. Anyway.
Okay.
You want to do by skin color?
Yes.
Okay, by skin color.
Mm-hmm.
In a survey of 83,080 U.S. women, 83,080. Or 8,380. Sorry.
Come on.
My head is really
8,380.
Yes. Women who had abortions.
Okay.
Here are the characteristics. Okay.
Okay.
Of those women from 2014, 38% were white.
Okay.
27% were black. 24% were Hispanic. Asian Pacific was 5%. Other was 3%.
Okay.
Education,
Mm-hmm.
8%, no high school. High school GED, 27%. Some college/associate's degree, 41%.
Really? Huh. You mean the quote-unquote higher learned?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Higher learning. Now, funny number. Here you go. Funny number here. Number of prior births, 0.
So they didn't have no children prior to the abortion that they got.
Also 41%.
Wow, that's a little bit coincidental. I mean, it actually is just a coincidence, but
Maybe.
Still,
Maybe.
it could be. Might be.
And then out of religious affiliations,
The
highest was none with 38%.
Duh. When you don't feel that you have to answer to a higher power,
The second highest was Roman Catholic with 23%.
that's because that's how you get rid of sin, is you destroy it and move it away.
Now, that was from 2014.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I know for a fact that we saw other statistic more
Newer
recently
stats.
that said it was more blacks that were going than any other demographic. But I digress. The point still stands. It's regardless of how you look at it. Like, again, 50% of the abortions that were happening were women. So there's your assault on women right out the gate.
Mm-hmm.
Boatloads of them are of the African American, the colored, women of color type thing. I backpedal on that word.
Yeah.
But the whole women of color thing, it's like, why? And people eat this stuff. That's the worst part. This is why I don't think if America actually got a Nikki Haley, it would never be appreciated. It would never be, and it would just fail.
Right.
I think it would be bad. And it sucks, but Nikki Haley, as much as I would love to see her as the president based off of, how she ran things before, doing stuff, she wouldn't be appreciated, and she would make maybe a one-term bit, and it would be gone and be over with, and people would still whine and complain. She would be better fit at a time like, I don't know, during something like, say, the World War II.
You think?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Or even the first year after, or like the first president after that. I could see that, because you're coming out of everybody has strength in themselves. They've bonded together. They've come together. They know how to work, because they've just gone through this horrific situation.
Right.
They're ready for it. They're good with it. This is a very pampered, very spoiled, entitled demographic now of people. A generation of people. They would never, if she was even able to win. Because I hate talking about electability, but even if she was able to win, she would be a lost footnote. And I don't even think she'd make it in history books. Only other than the fact that she'd be the first female president. That'd be it.
It would just be little. Dope.
Yeah, just so we know that Nikki Haley was the 47th, and that would be it. First female president. Mm-hmm. That would be it.
End of story.
Right.
Did she do anything? No.
They wouldn't have not. Yeah.
Oh, here you go.
Because
this is
she's not appreciated.
Article from 2022.
So that would be last year. This year. Sorry.
In May.
Sorry.
Yeah. Article from May. Okay. This is from the Ethics for Religious Liberty Commission.
Uh-huh.
Okay. They said the specific headline here, women of color have the most abortions.
That sounds about right.
Yep. Among the 30 areas reported, race by ethnicity data in 2019, that's the latest data that everybody has, non-Hispanic white women and non-Hispanic black women accounted for the largest percentage, roughly 33% for white and 38% respectively for black women.
Wow. You don't say.
Yep. They do say.
But, it's an assault against women and women of color.
Uh-huh.
This whole not being able to have an abortion. And again, I don't understand why we have to push for the whole abortion thing. Why can't we just talk to people and raise our children in a way that they don't, kill something for their, I don't know, immaturity, their lack of forethought, their...
Any of it.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Adam W. Johnson over Twitter. This may be the first time that Dylan Lyles has ever said anything worthy of it. That's what she said. For context, he said, I can't see that little thing from here.
Well done.
Bravo, sir. Bravo.
Good catch, sir.
That was good. Peekable Snarky Jackal, despite the disaster, it would be a tiny part of me wishes Joe would be removed and Kamala would take over just to make Hillary's head explode for losing the first woman president title. No, that would be fantastic.
Oh yeah, that'd be amazing just for that one piece.
Because it would be one of those, the moment that she won the election, you'd be like, oh, there's a disturbance in the force. It's like, I can't explain it, but the sound of 1,000 million cries.
Million cries of a million voices were just
crying out to me.
Stopped. In an instant.
That's exactly what it would be, too. Ugh. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
What's that?
So, do you want to know what it sounds like? In space. Do you?
Sure.
Okay.
Let's listen to space.
They stopped the sound there.
That is, on the one hand, very creepy sounding.
I know.
On the other hand, that
cool.
That could put me to sleep. That's
yes.
so badass. Like, it sounds weird.
This is so what this is, by the way, is this is sound from space. Technically, they're saying you shouldn't be able to get, but sound signal.
Yeah.
Audio signal.
That's the signal. It's not the actual.
Got received from our satellites near a black hole.
Okay.
I don't know how they got the signal from a black hole.
I do. Why am I? I'm the guy who doesn't do math. I'm probably by far the dumbest person doing radio.
But, okay, well, hold on.
And I could explain that.
Okay, go ahead.
It's the sound that what little bit of sound has escaped before whatever it was got into the hole.
But how do you get the sound back?
Because it's like the best way to describe this is like an explosion. An explosion happens, it goes up and out. Okay?
Sometimes, yeah.
No. All explosions go up and out.
I know,
If it's a circular thing,
I'm
it's
messing. Yeah.
It's a circular bit.
Yeah.
But it's up and out. It's outside of the thing and spreads in a circular. So that's what it was. Whatever it was, there was a bit of it that got to get away from the pull of the black hole, which would imply to me that whatever it was that made the sound in the first place
was trying to leave.
Well, yeah, but I was also going to say was probably huge. Like
ginormous. Yeah.
Ginormous.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way that part of sound would have gotten away, had the ability to escape the gravitational pull.
Right.
So
no, I get that part.
If I can explain all that, how come no one else can?
No, I get that part, okay? But what I'm saying is, how did we receive that sound?
Because it traveled through space and it hit a satellite. Like, I don't understand. Again,
it's too far away for that sort of thing.
Explosion, up and out. It doesn't stop. There's
no vacuum, nothing to stop it.
There's no resistance. So it just keeps traveling.
Yeah, I know.
Now, you might get it, I don't want to necessarily say amplified, but it may have helped kick it up and push it if it's bouncing off of other things as it comes.
Deflection and
right. So
it could also get absorbed by other things before.
That's true too. But in this case, we just got lucky and it happened to hit.
We got
all the mirrors all the way, I guess.
Yeah, and instead we just got this. Just
like what? That's so cool.
So good.
Like it really is. Like there's a part of me that's overly relaxed.
I just want to play this in the background. Now the static I hate.
Yeah, I can do without the static. Of course, I'm pretty sure we could take and get rid of that. Even through editing, we can make that go away.
Yeah. I really like it.
But it's like it's hauntingly comfortable.
Yeah. It's the eerie sound of everything dying. But it's comfortable for some reason.
Yeah, I'm at peace with it. I don't know how the rest of y'all feel about it, but I'm happy.
The infinite sound of death.
Yeah.
It is.
The inevitable is near. That's what the inevitable sounds like, y'all.
Be relaxed. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's no problem at all.
Behold, the cold hand of death reaches for us all. I don't. Yeah, it doesn't bother me. Like that's like it was on the one. I'm with you. Like the little staticky part that was irritating,
I can get rid of it. Yeah.
and the way it got louder,
Yeah.
like that was irritating. But the sound itself, honest to God, was. I felt like it was weird, because they say certain sounds can make you feel away. It did. I went, oh, that was nice. Like if I was, constipated or something, I may have actually could have been able to poop. It was that relaxing.
You relaxed it just enough.
I was like, It's like when you first get into a hot tub.
Ooh, yeah.
That feeling.
That like first drop.
Right. Where it's not too hot that you're burnt, but it's just that whole, your body hits it, and it's all, and you're just like oh, and you feel your body. Oh, that's what it felt like to me. And I may be crazy. It might just be some weirdo, but like that's what that was. I want that as like to play at night when I'm going to bed.
On loop.
Right. Forget your meditation music and your soundscapes. Nope. Let me hear the sound of inevitable death coming from a black hole.
Yes. From space.
That's fantastic.
By the way,
like that.
The Scientific American magazine. They've apparently been mocked a little bit.
Why?
And ridiculed.
They're not the ridiculed.
The ridiculed and the mocked.
Why? What'd they do now?
An article written by Scientific Magazine, a Scientific American magazine, excuse me.
Oh, I noticed you emphasized the American part. This is going to be fantastic.
Made a claim about binary sex roles in Western science.
Now, again, just this is Scientific American magazine.
Yeah.
This would be a magazine.
They tweeted this out.
This would be a magazine.
Yes.
That specializes in the sciences.
Real science, not
biology.
Not Fauci.
Well, but I'm saying sciences. Like stuff we learned in school, biology and chemistry and...
Yeah, but not Fauci.
All this stuff. Yeah, no, we're not talking about that. This would be, okay. Okay, go ahead. I'm ready to hear words of wisdom from the American Science magazine.
The 6th tweet in the series of 7.
Oh, there's your first mistake. Too many words, man.
Read as such.
Hold on. You're a magazine corporation. We don't need to read the whole damn article. If we want the article, we'll go to the magazine. Stop it. Just stop it.
Read as such.
God. Should we be playing music to this?
Nah, we're all right.
Okay.
We're fine. Although if we had like what we would need is we would need the pipe and the book and the... Yeah, it'll work all right. They said, before the late 18th century, Western science recognized only one sex, the male, and considered the female body an inferior version of it. The shift historians call the two-sex model served mainly to reinforce gender and racial divisions by tying social status to the body. Okay, okay.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Right.
Flag on the play. I
Yellow card. Here we go.
Something is...
Warning, sir.
Hold on. They were only recognized
one sex. Apparently, the Western sciences.
Okay. All right.
Everyone was male. unless you were female. And then you were just breeding stock.
Duh. Now, I will concede that there was a time throughout in history, and not just full-blown Western. You can't say Western as in to imply just America, because it wasn't. It was all of Europe, all of that.
Basically all the way to the Middle East.
Right.
Which still does it, basically.
Right? They had this thing where
No.
men were the superiors. I will grant you that, but that was almost worldwide.
This was literally worldwide. I mean, even the
Yeah.
Asias and all the rest
Yeah.
of it. All of them do
They
it.
still do it now. That was kind of the thing for everywhere. So you can't sit here and go, well, Western science recognized. They weren't the only ones. That's like saying, the Western Hemisphere was the only one that turned around and had slavery. No.
Slavery still exists in this world.
But yes, they did consider it the female body inferior. Again, humanity has made a lot of stupid mistakes. I'll give that to you.
Yes.
Chefs and historians call the two-sex model served mainly to reinforce gender and racial division.
I want to throw this out there. So you mean to tell me that only white people had just males and were just breeding stocks? I thought that if you're going to throw the whole racial thing out there, that would imply slavery. I'm pretty sure that all slaves were treated virtually equally
As slaves.
as slaves. Now, you may have had one or two here and there that got to crop up and become something special, like, work in the house or do whatever. But ultimately, they all were treated exactly the same. So I would like to have an explanation as to how by defining only the quote unquote male sex,
Right.
did that cause division in other colors?
Of skin.
Right.
Yes.
When there was male and female of the other colors of skin.
Right.
I'm confused. Please elaborate on that.
They
folks.
can't. They
Oh,
can't at
son
all.
of a bitch.
They can't at all. Because, like I said, that was a series of tweets. That was the 6th in the tweet side of the series
They
of tweets.
should have stopped at one.
They should have just not. They should have just not.
Yeah.
It's just not.
Had those moments where, your mom was always told you, hey, if you get ready to do something, stop and think about it first. Should I be doing this?
Adam W. Johnson caught on to the music. He caught on. Isn't that...
Hold on.
Isn't that the theme from the Incredible Hulk?
Hold on.
And then he literally pulled up the music.
Yeah, okay. Hold on just a second.
Hold your horses.
I don't know how to take this. Adam, how long have you been listening to us? How many times have we played that? And you just now catching that?
He definitely caught it this time, though.
I mean, good. Did you finally caught it? But
Well done,
bro,
well done on catching.
we've been playing it for a long time.
It's the walk away music.
It is. It's the
know.
walking away music.
Yes, we know. Purposefully done, sir.
Yeah.
Purposefully done.
Anyway,
So
I'm
it's
done picking
it's now an end of an era. It's the end of the world as we know it.
it's not a good era that we're ending. That's for
No.
sure.
NBC's era. The era of NBC late night primetime.
Late night prime time.
Yeah, late night primetime.
So you're talking about like the late shows are going away?
Under the scenario being
Under the
discussed.
sea.
Under the sea.
Under the sea.
Yeah. Under
Man,
the
it is
scenario
better. Down where is wetter. Yeah. Take it from me.
The scenario being discussed by NBC would stop producing national programming during 10 to 11 p.m.
Why 10 to 11?
I don't know.
Why just 10 to 11? That makes no sense.
Yep. I know. It's like, why would you cut broadcasting from just 1 hour?
I'm really confused by this. Why?
I don't know.
They don't say why. They don't hint at it. They don't.
So here's the thing, right? They're trying to cut back to save money.
Okay.
Additionally, things that they have to that they're going to use that time for like local news channels
Who play the primetime stuff that they put out.
Yeah.
So
how, NBC's, they used to air stuff like ER and Law and Order at 10 p.m.
Right.
They don't have that anymore.
Thank God. That's not the point, though. The local stations are only going to play whatever they can pull from that particular affiliate.
Yep, it's all based on low ratings. They have no ratings in that area because nobody wants to watch NBC at 10 p.m.
Because NBC sucks.
Right.
And everybody's watching Peacock now, so who cares? You'll watch everything that you want on there.
And not worry about it in the end.
And if you, depending on how much you pay, you don't have to worry about even commercials. So,
That's right. Peekapool over there, the Snarky Jackal said on Twitter. So science took how many millennia to catch up to the Word of God? I'm just asking. I don't know.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
James 1:26 through 27.
Uh-huh.
And of course, the main part is the end of 27, where he said, "Male and female, he created them." So
That's it.
I told you.
Gotta love it.
Intelligence is circular
Right. The smarter you are, the dumber you get.
until eventually you're just
A moron.
about to have the capacity of a post hole digger.
Yep.
So there you go.
All of it works the same.
That's fantastic. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with us.
Oh,
We
yeah.
appreciate it.
It's amazing.
Go to DOAShow.com. Follow us on all the social medias at DOA Show. Make sure you follow us on Twitter so you can tweet at us too at DOAE Show. Use the hashtag #ArmYourselves.
Don't forget to get out there and excel, guys.
Please excel. Always be pushing to excel.